what my legs feel like after a day, what they actually look like. Yep, that's gender dysphoria right there, and I know this way too well, not just with my legs, but with my face too. Hello all you beautiful people, I'm Sally Barbra Pryde, and today we're gonna look at trans 2. We're gonna see some fun trans memes, take a little break from the heavy content we've been doing lately, and have a good time. How many trans people does it take to change a light bulb? Just one. But they need 3 specialists to sign off that the room is in fact dark. Then they have to sit in the dark room for 6 years to prove that they really want it changed. Oh my god, this is so true. We as trans people know who we are. This isn't a spur of the moment decision. It's something we've thought about for a long time. In the woods with another trans or non-binary person. In the woods with a cis woman. In the woods with a bear. In the woods with a cis man. Yes, yes, yes. As of the time of recording, there's currently a meme going around about women. Would you rather be in the woods with a bear or with a man? And yeah, a bear is the right answer. And if you don't understand that, you really need to talk to more women. And this meme just takes it to a whole nother level. We almost always feel better when we're with other trans people or non-binary people. There's this really big spectrum from people who are transphobes to people who are allies, and there's a whole lot of range in between. But from my experience, cis women tend to be closer to one end or the other. Now, cis men, there's a little bit more range there. And of course, everyone's afraid of a cis man. Nah, they got it right. They don't need to encourage mental problems. Aren't you gendering a car in your bio? You just used they. LMFAO. This is satire, right? You literally gender your car, lol. This meme definitely reminds me of my comments. One of the weird comments I got recently was telling me that pronouns are pornographic, but yet they use pronouns in their comment. There are only 2 genders. It's basic biology. Pluto, it's a planet. It's basic astrophysics. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these 2 pictures. They're the same picture. This is so true. So for those of you who don't know, I am in Arizona, and people in Arizona have very strong feelings about Pluto because it was discovered here. But I don't have a problem with people feeling this way about Pluto because it isn't hurting people the way it does trans people. Not to mention Pluto was reclassified and trans people were always the gender they say they were. God asked if I had a man. Oh, not a fan of this one. Not a fan. I can see how this might be gender affirming for some, but this is very heteronormative, and the idea of being asked if I have a boyfriend just feels very weird to me. I would feel more comfortable if someone asked if I had a partner, but you don't need to be so heteronormative. I guess this is sort of an example of heteronormative trans allies. When you leave transphobic family after Easter and go back to your house, femme clothes, how I've missed you. This one is so true. Before I started living as female full-time, this was definitely on my mind a lot, like, gotta get home, really need to change as soon as I can. Stuff like that, because it really is tiring to be someone you're not. Also, I'm working on an Owl House video, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Gender euphoria from my online friends using my chosen name. Gender euphoria from the McDonald's receipt having my chosen name on it. Oh my god, yes, this is so true. I get affirmed by my friends all the time, but being affirmed by strangers just is a whole nother level of euphoria. Although, I would still be boycotting McDonald's. So bad at everything. I'm even bad at being a boy. This was really true for my transition because, well, for a long time I would say I'm not like other guys. And at a certain point I had to admit, you know what, I'm not really a guy to begin with. Strangely enough, I think I'd pass better as female than I ever did male. Following every single person with a trans flag in their bio, being normal. Me. Oh my yes, I love trans creators online, and if you'd like to do that, you can follow me too. But yeah, I think this is just one button, because really, it is normal to want to follow all the trans creators, because trans creators are awesome. My mom apologizing for accidentally using the wrong pronouns. Me, just happy she's trying. This one warms my heart. You know, it takes time for people to adjust to learning new pronouns, but as long as they're putting an honest effort in, it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. My partner being supportive and telling me they'd love me no matter what. Them hugging me and say I smell like a girl. Yes, I love this. Love it. Specific gender-affirming affirmations. This is what a true ally does. Because actions speak louder than words, and sometimes actions are speaking words. 13-year-old me, I can't be trans because I don't feel gender dysphoria. 14-year-old me getting gender dysphoria literally as soon as I turn 14. Yep, this is true. That when you reach a certain age, you really start to feel the gender dysphoria. I know this happened to me around 14 years old, but even looking back, yeah, I definitely noticed that. I think a lot of people tend to notice their gender dysphoria at a certain age as they start puberty, where a lot of the changes become more apparent. But in my case, I can definitely see looking back, oh, there were definitely signs before then. Me getting exciting during D&D. Dysphoria from pitch going up. As a dungeon master, I really love this meme. It's so true. A lot of trans people, including myself, have had some form of gender awakening playing Dungeons & Dragons. It's real fun. If you haven't played it, I suggest you do. Not sponsored. Don't worry about finding the right person. Focus on becoming the right person. This reminds me of a lot of other trans memes I've seen where they say, don't get a girlfriend, become the girlfriend. And I just love that because it's so true to the trans experience. I admit there was a time in my life where I tried to fill the hole in my life by trying to date people. Turns out that wasn't what I needed. The person I needed was myself. I wish all transphobes a very pleasant gender dysphoria. Yes, yes, yes. I wish transphobes knew what gender dysphoria was actually like. And you might be, because gender dysphoria isn't limited to trans people. There's a reason laser hair exists. There's a reason cis men get mastectomies. There's a reason for this. I would really appreciate if you helped out this channel a little bit. If you can afford to do so, I highly recommend you sign up for my Patreon. On there, you can watch an extended version of this video and watch my series, Trans 101, where I talk about the basics of being trans and how to transition. I really think it's a fun series, and I think you would enjoy it too. Plus, you can also watch this series by becoming a YouTube channel member. Link somewhere down below. And thank you to Jeremy Bottoms for being a $10 patron. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you. Not every trans person wants to medically transition, and that's okay. If these kids could read, they'd be very upset. My God, yes. Not every trans person wants to transition. Not every trans person can afford the transition. Either way, that's fine. Just respect people. Me getting a massive spike in euphoria when my friend calls me a girl. My God, this is also true. I love being called a girl. In fact, it would really mean a lot to me if you commented down below what a nice girl Sally is. Go ahead and do that. I would really like that. Me not having anyone at college know my dead name for the past 3 years. Lady who calls people's names in front of everyone for their placement test. We use legal names here. These people are the worst. Using our chosen names is essential to who we are and keeping our mental health alive. Not only that, saying someone's dead name in public can be dangerous. It outs people and puts them at physical risk. Sort of like how I tried to get a COVID test a few years ago, but the worker shouted my dead name from my ID at the time to the entire crowd there. Thankfully, nothing happened, but that was a really scary moment. Anyway, that was it. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, please let me know down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.